Welcome back, guys, to the wonderful world that is FIFA 15 Career Mode. We are back for Season 2 with Manchester United. And just for this episode, I've decided to do post-commentary just like I did for the first episode of my first season with United, and discuss with you guys what I've been up to in the summer transfer window. And as you can see there, my first target, my main target, some of you already guessed as well in the comments section below on previous episodes, is saving up for Ronaldo. Well, you guys guessed correctly. My number one target of the summer was to bring Cristiano Ronaldo back home where he belongs. And for you guys that have been stuck with me for a few years now, you'll remember that the last time I actually signed Ronaldo in a career mode on FIFA was FIFA 13. When I signed Neymar as well. That was just mental. I had all these world-class players. I had Gareth Bale, Ronaldo, Neymar. I just went all out, but don't worry, this career mode, I'm just going to be looking to bring in Ronaldo and maybe a few other players here. And after last season, Falcao did return back to Monaco because he was only on loan. But I do want to try and see if I can bring him back to Old Trafford and make it a permanent deal. So I inquired about him. But look at this. Monaco were looking for 108 million. 108 million, that's outrageous money. And keeping in mind, I did have a transfer budget of just over 100 million because at the end of last season, I did shift all the transfer budget that I had because I didn't really spend that much last season into the wage budget, so that had slightly increased. So I had a fantastic transfer budget for this season. I was rubbing my hands together. I was like, oh, I could sign so many players, but just that temptation of bringing Ronnie back home was just too much. I had to go after him and spend the majority of that budget on him. Real Madrid, they had set a price tag though on Ronaldo of 91 mil, but I thought maybe I could get him for just a little bit less, and I put in an 85 mil bid. Fingers crossed that they would accept. As you've already seen as well, I did receive an offer from Arsenal for Diego Godin. Now, Godin, last season I signed in the summer to help out with our defence issues. As we know, United at the moment, they're lacking a commanding centre-half, and I thought Godin would do the job, and he would have done the job, but for some reason I just kept using Rojo and Jones, and they were just fantastic working with each other as my two centre-halves, so there was never really a spot in the team for Godin. The majority of the time he was sat out on the bench. As you just saw as well, I eventually caved in and offered 91 mil for Cristiano Ronaldo. Bit gutted I couldn't get him for less, but it's worth it. And have a look at this as well. I was very surprised by this headline. Barcelona have completed the signing of Raheem Sterling. Why would Liverpool get rid of such a young talented player? FIFA logic, well done EA. And also, as you just saw, it looked like Gundogan is linked with a move to Juventus. That'd be interesting to see. Anyway, Arsenal did come back after I counter offered a couple of times. I wanted to try and get as much out of them as possible, of course. First I went up to 42, they didn't accept. I went straight down to 33 mil because they offered me 29 in the end, and eventually they bailed out of the negotiations, as you'll see a bit later on. But more important news, Real Madrid accept my transfer bid of 91 mil for Cristiano Ronaldo. All I had to do was offer him a contract, just a contract, but he was looking for 400,000 a week. It's just out of this world type of money. Every week he's going to be receiving 400 grand into his bank account. Outrageous. But if the club has the money, then obviously I was going to go for it and hopefully bring Ronnie back home and reunite him with Wayne Rooney. And as I just mentioned, as you saw there as well with Arsenal, they did bail out of the negotiations with Diego Godin. So he's still at the club. I did get the news here as well that a player had been injured. I was hoping that it wasn't anything serious because there were a few internationals to be played in the summer. I think it was the South American Cup, something like that. And as you can see, it was Di Maria that got injured, but he would be out for 7 days, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. But this is a big deal. Cristiano Ronaldo had accepted my contract offer. Of course he did. 400 grand a week. Madness. But I accepted. Ronaldo is now back home. He is now a Manchester United player once again. I love to look at the headlines whenever you sign a high-profile player like Ronaldo on FIFA. Just read it. His new manager was over the moon with the new signing. I can't wait to get him in the team and start working with him. He's going to give us a big boost and the extra motivation. And don't forget, guys, we've got Champions League this season, so we're going to need all the quality we can get our hands on, and Ronaldo's going to bring that to Manchester United. And also, let's not forget, Ronaldo will be reunited with Angel Di Maria. And those two, when they played at Real Madrid alongside each other, they were sensational. They were unstoppable. And if we can create that here at Manchester United, then we're going to be unstoppable as well. So after signing Ronaldo, there was only one job left to do concerning him, and that was to actually give him his number back. Yes, it means stripping Di Maria of the number 7 shirt, but number 7 is Ronaldo's number. So suggestions for Di Maria's new number are always welcome. Let me know in the comments below what number I should give Di Maria. Should he stick with the number 28? Let me know. I did receive an offer from Liverpool of all teams, for Juan Mata. I did reject, and Chelsea came in for Diego Godin, and I counter offered for 37.5 mil, and they came back and they said, yep, we're happy with that, we're going to match it, we're going to sign Diego Godin. So Godin will be playing his football at Stamford Bridge this coming season. I then received some more transfer offers, one coming from AS Monaco for Marcos Rojo for 40 million. I decided to reject all offers and disallow future offers as well, because I want to keep Rojo in the team. And then Barcelona came in looking to secure the signature of David De Gea for 24 million. I wasn't having any of it. And why would they want De Gea when they've got ter Stegen in the team? And PSG came in with an offer for Angel Di Maria for 51 million. Maybe their thinking behind that was that, you know, with Ronaldo coming in, maybe we won't need Di Maria, but we do. And I thought this was interesting. Everton came in with a bid for Marouane Fellaini of 6 million. They're looking to take back Fellaini. And I found myself and ahhing about it. Part of me wanted to keep him at United, part of me actually wanted to sell him. In the end, I counter-offered for 10 mil. If Everton decided to accept that, then so be it. He'd be making his return to Goodison Park. Now, this is what our calendar is looking like. We've only got 2 pre-season friendlies to get through because of the South American Cup that they were playing in the summer. Then we have the curtain raiser of the season, the Community Shield against City. But look at this. For a start to the Premier League, we've got to play Liverpool. Our first game of the season is against Liverpool at Anfield. Then we've got to play Chelsea at Old Trafford. And then we've got to play Arsenal away from home to finish up the month of August. Absolutely insane. It's going to be a difficult start, but hopefully with the addition of Ronaldo, it makes things slightly easier for us. And we've also got Di Maria as well in the team, so we should be okay, hopefully. December's not looking too bad, and let's not forget, you're going to have to throw in Champions League fixtures in there somewhere, starting around about September, late September time and onwards. And then we finish up the season, and take a look at this. The last game of the season is against Man City. Wow. Can you just imagine if we actually won the league at the Etihad Stadium? Oh, that'd be mental. Our first pre-season friendly anyway was against Verona. We won 2-0 there with Jesse Lingard and James Wilson getting on the score sheet. Everton eventually came back to me after I countered-offered for 10 mil, and they said, no, we'll give you 6.5. It's up to you whether you want to accept. And I went in again and I said, well, add another 500 grand to that and you can have Fellaini back at Goodison Park. Our next pre-season friendly, I did just sim these. I wasn't really in the mood for playing them, as I just wanted to get down to business against City and give Ronaldo his first game back at United. We did draw 1-1 against Almeria. It was Darren Fletcher and Mikel that got on the score sheet, and as you saw, Jones picked up an injury in that game. But I did hear back from Everton. In the end, they bailed out the deal, so it looks like Fellaini will be staying at Old Trafford this season, and Phil Jones would only be out for 7 days. Now, Hernandez is a player that I've never really kept at United. Obviously, he was on loan at Real Madrid last season, but over my past career modes, I've always seemed to have sold Hernandez because he's just a good bargaining tool, really, for deals. But I do kind of have a plan for Hernandez in the first team, but whether he'll still be at United come the end of the transfer window, well, I'm not too sure. You guys are just going to have to stay tuned. I did counter offer Dortmund's bid there for 70 mil, I think it was, because the chief exec, he said, well, we could sell him between 47 and 74. So we'll just have to wait and see, and guys, you're just going to have to stay tuned to find out what happens, because the summer transfer window is far from over. Anything can still happen. Any player can still arrive at United. Still plenty more to come. That's it from me anyway, guys, for this episode. I hope that you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all very soon for the next one. Thanks for watching.